Ever wish you had someone to tell you the truth about what it takes to run a successful business and live a fulfilling life? Well, amiguita, you've come to the right place. So grab your favorite cafecito or cocktail, your courage, and let's get to work. I'm Jenna Saborges, a therapist, business strategist, mindset coach for entrepreneurs, and a feisty Latina from Miami. And I'm determined to teach you the exact tools you need to stop settling and start kicking some serious derriere. What do you say? Are you in? Then let's get started. Welcome to Latinas Empowering Latinas podcast. Today, I wanted to share with you why it is so very important to celebrate the milestones and the teeny tiny stepping stones. It's a big day in my house today and tomorrow. Today is the last day of the school year. And where many may find that it is something that happens all around the world, in every household, it's something that you've been through. I am a true believer in both nature and nurture. And I'm a believer that you can change your path. But I'm also a believer, especially as a mom, that if we can start planting seeds now when our children are little, then they will need slightly less planting of seeds as they get older. How does this relate to you in your entrepreneur world? Everybody struggles. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody starts in a place where they either had a very nurturing home or they didn't. They had very active parents or they didn't. They were welcomed to share their expressions or they weren't. They were taught to be themselves or to follow what everybody else was doing. Planting seeds when you're little, if you reflect back on your own personal life, that's where a lot of the things that you're holding on to and you struggle with come from. Coming back into my home, although I feel that you can always grow past your experiences and your story, I also believe that if you can add value and love and nurture and guidance with the people that you love, with your children, once they're little, and that becomes their constant and what they know, that sends an incredible foundation, both negative and positive, right? So what I'm focusing on today, obviously, is the positive. So my son is 4. He just turned 4 a few months ago. So today is his last day of preschool. My overachiever, we started him in school when he was 18 months. Yes, 18 months. He was learning quickly from his sister. We knew he needed some interaction, some social skills. We were in love with the school that she was in. They were very supportive, very nurturing. My daughter had just been with these same 2 teachers. And I guess I repeated a pattern that my mom started when I was younger and I didn't meet the cutoff for school age. Back then, I have a November birthday and my baby was due in February. He was a preemie. He came in January, a whole other story for a different episode. And I found myself saying the exact same words my mom said. Talk about planting seeds, right? And those words were, just give him a try. If he doesn't do well, then we understand and we won't give you a hard time and we'll just pull him out, but let him try and see how he does. Well, my little 18-month-old that everybody thought was just a few months shy of 2 years, he was actually way under the cutoff. They gave him a try and they said, he did well. And then another day went by and they said, he did really well. And then a week went by and said, he's doing great. And yes, was he a little behind and was he a little shorter and he didn't have all the skills? He absolutely did. He's been in a 2-year-old preschool class for 2 years. Then this year he was in PK3. The purpose of this very long story is today is his last day of PK3, not his last day of preschool, not his last day of kinder, not his last day of junior high or high school or college. It is PK3, but we are treating it as such a celebration. Why? Because we want to celebrate him and his growth as a little boy in his academics, socially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. We know how much effort it has taken him and his teachers all year long to teach him and to nurture and to instill these values. And we want to celebrate him. Celebration Positive reinforcement makes all the difference. Again, how does it relate to you? What would your life be like if you had that? Or if you had that in a different way? Have you ever thought that you need that same type of nurturing and acknowledgement and positive reinforcement with every little milestone that you have? My oldest, who is 5, she'll be 6 next month, is wrapping up her last day of kindergarten. And she, if you would only see her, it looks like she is graduating from a PhD program. Why? Because we're making it a big deal. Not because nobody else can do it, not because it's an exceptional thing that most people don't do, but because, again, she worked hard, she nurtured, she's grown emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, academically. She's grown, and the energy and the time and the nurturing that her teachers have placed in her, we are forever grateful for. And yes, we did a lot of work, right, as parents, but so did she. And I am all about giving credit where credit is due, no matter the age, no matter the circumstance. And this little girl today, I drove both of them to school as soon as I dropped them off. And I came over here and I said, I need to celebrate them in a bigger way. I need to teach my listeners to celebrate themselves in a bigger way. I took them and I said on their way in Carline, I said, I am so incredibly proud of both of you. You have done such incredible things. You have made such good choices. You have learned so much. You are kind and you are caring and you are considerate and you've worked hard. And we are so very proud of you. I'm proud of you. Your dad's proud of you. Your grandma and your grandpa and your uncle and your aunts and your whole family is so proud of you, because we know you tried your best. And I hope you have a wonderful last day of the school year. Was I being dramatic? Was I being over? Is that cheesy? Whatever you find that it is, that's fine. But it fills my heart to know that it only takes a few seconds of my time. It only takes a little planting of seed for a lifetime of self-confidence, for a lifetime of feeling that they can do or be anything, of a lifetime to know that no matter if other people celebrate them, that they can celebrate themselves. My brother says it all the time when he comes over. He goes, your kids, no self-esteem issues here. And you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way. But I am also very cognizant of the fact that I don't want them to think that they're better than anybody else. I just want them to know that they're as good as everybody else. If you tell my children you look pretty or you look handsome, their response, which is most adults' response, right? I guess it's not a good day. It's, my hair's a mess. I have bed hair. My eyes look horrible. I'm so tired. I haven't slept. Oh, this old thing. If I could count the amount of times that I have to implore my patients to give themselves credit, to just accept a thank you. So when you come into my house and you tell my children, you look beautiful, or you did a great job, or you look so handsome, their response, I know. Thank you. I know. Thank you. Can you imagine if every time you did something, number one, that you didn't need accolades from anybody else, but that you just knew internally, that the inner part of your soul just knew, damn, I'm doing a good job. I look good. I feel good. That was an amazing idea. It wasn't the best run I had for this course or this program or my group or my mastermind, but it went well and I learned from it. If every time that you were discouraged, you didn't quit, what would that be like for you? I want you to know that if you weren't nurtured in the same way that I'm nurturing my children to be uber confident, that's okay. You can still do that now. Part of my work with my patients is I train them on how to feel more confident, how to change their perception, how to behave differently, how to process differently. If you are aware, if you have the insight, if you own your stuff, if you're accountable for your actions and your behavior, and you look at things and you see what you can improve, if you can focus on your strengths, if you can strengthen your weaknesses or your challenges and Stay in the area where you are in your zone of genius, in your strengths, and you stay away from those weaknesses, or you strengthen them, or you find support, or you delegate. You will come out on top. Always remember to celebrate every little milestone. Because if I can celebrate a preschool last day of school, you better believe that you better be celebrating all the hard work and the sleepless nights and the energy. I'm talking to you. What I don't want you to do is to quit, not feel good enough, be stubborn and not get help. Give yourself a deadline that is unreachable. Do you have any idea how long it takes to achieve anything fully? Anybody that you're following, anybody that you're reading, anybody that is your mentor from a distance, anybody that you admire, they did not get success overnight. They worked hard. They did the work, and they're not always going to show you the hard work or the time. They're in their moment of, not superiority, but success. And they're celebrating that. So don't think that because they are there, that they are not right where you are right now. So whether you're about to quit or you're tired or you're exhausted, what I will tell you is you've come this far. Celebrate those moments. Even the moments when you have failed, they have taught you something. It's not a failure. It's a life lesson. So pick yourself back up. We're not hosting pity parties. Give yourself 24 hours and get back in the game. What I am going to implore you to do while you celebrate those stepping stones is don't jump into one new venture until you've fully given your whole heart and your entire focused energy to one. Don't have a program and it does okay and then start a new course. Don't start with one project and then jump to the next. Finish one, fall in love with one, dedicate yourself to one. That is where a lot of people struggle in moving forward, not only not feeling confident, but not realizing that they really need to harness the energy and perfect and tweak and revamp what they have instead of jumping to the next thing. This doesn't have to be boring and it doesn't have to feel restrictive. It's actually the opposite. You will receive and you will anchor more success that way. Now, if something's not working and you've invested your time and you've done absolutely all you can, correction, not that you think you've done all you can, that you've truly, honestly done all you can, and it's not panning out for you, then yes, it's time to let it go. But I can promise you that anything you're thinking about right now, there's no way you've thought of everything. Check in with somebody else. Find a coach. Look at your friends. Look at your competition. What are they doing differently? Not to copy from them, to see where are you lacking. Because even when something feels and looks perfect and ideal, there is always somebody else coming right behind them perfecting that idea. Imagine that. Imagine if somebody invented a car and everybody was happy with that car and we'd still be in a horse and buggy. Change is constant. Change is necessary for growth. That is fine, but work on perfecting the idea that you have now. Celebrating you, the little milestones, the stepping stones today, the same way that I am celebrating a kindergarten graduation and a preschool last day. Think about it. It takes preschool, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, university, postmaster's, doctorate. It keeps on going. Life is a lifelong learning opportunity. Harness that, but please don't give up on yourself. And please, please, please promise me that from now on, you will celebrate every little milestone. Even if you're struggling with mental health, this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I want to acknowledge that, and I'll do a separate spotlight on that. Even if your accomplishment today was to get out of bed and brush your teeth and have some coffee, if your accomplishment today as a mom was to get up and take a shower, whatever it is, celebrate it because you did it and you can. But life is hard enough and people are judgmental enough without you having to be so hard on yourself. So I'm sending you lots of love. Take this thought process, nurture yourself, whether you are 4 or you are 94. Love yourself enough to nurture you and surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up. Collaborate over competing. Nurture your environment. and surround yourself with people that are where you want to be or aspire to be where you want to be. And things will look and feel really different. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited you tuned in. The best way to find out the second a new episode is released and receive all the valuable tools and actionable steps I share is to subscribe to the podcast, so make sure you do that. Sending you so much love until next time. Bye.